And welcome back to Card a Day. Just a little extra bonus feature for tonight. So what do you do when you read cards? Do you buy a pack of cards and lay them on the table, or is it something of a lifestyle? Is it something which is more of a spiritual thing? And for me, it's more of a spiritual thing. Very simply because every time I go live, I clean the table, I clean the room. This is White Sage and Dragon's Blood. Every time I get the cards out, every time I get a pendulum out, it gets cleaned. I also have Palo Santo, which I use on top of the White Sage with Dragon's Blood. I also have pure White Sage. So when I'm using cards or pendulums, the first thing I'm doing is I'm cleaning the space. I'm ensuring that the answers I'm getting from the cards are true and honest answers. And this is my altar. And on my altar, I have hagstones as well, collected from a local beach. Most beaches have these. You just got to look for them. And this is a piece of kyanite. Kyanite is an amazing stone. Allegedly, it does not need cleaning, but I always clean mine. But it absorbs negativity. It's another stone like selenite, again, for cleaning, absorbs negativity. This one's it's quite a heavy stone, but it's like slate. It flakes easily. If you want to break it down to a smaller piece, you can, but I like this. This is a nice heavy piece. Absorbs a lot of negativity, although in this room there isn't much negativity anymore. And I have my God and Goddess candles in an abalone shell. So I have a set. These are called wands. If you see them and wondered and you're not really into the spiritual side, they're commonly known as wands. This is a septarian wand, made out of septarian modules. This is a smaller one, but it's labradorite, and it's a labradorite wand. It does have luminescence, as you can see. This is a piece of citrine, and I've had this how long have I had this? I've had this piece over 25 years. I had a place when I lived in London. There was a lady who knew I liked crystals, and I was talking to her one day, and she rummaged around in the bottom underneath her counter and said, "This one wants to go to you." And that was before 1999 when she did that. And I've kept that crystal with me throughout the time. I have a few pyramids. This is one of my favourites. Let's see if I can get a good focus on it. It's called elephant skin jasper, also known as a Miriam stone, also known as a calligraphy stone. I just think, and it's basically compressed layers of matter. You can see the different layers that have been compressed together. As you can gather, I quite like kyanite, because this one is actually ruby and kyanite. And it's in matrix as well. This isn't a good example of labradorite because hasn't got a lot of luminescence. But it's still a powerful stone. And this is golden quartz, good old-fashioned quartz. Quartz is a good general purpose stone. And this is moonstone. I have a few bits and bobs. Again, this is, if you can see it, that is the luminescence of labradorite. You can see it there. You can see it there. That is a luminescence that I talk about of labradorite. This is hypocene. I don't know if you could. Let's see if I can do this. I don't know if you can see. It's slightly ridged, but even though it's polished, and it's meant to help spirit come along and help you along with your readings. This is a fairly new piece that I picked up. I can't remember how much I paid for it. I wasn't happy with the price I paid. It's a dragon's head. And it's made out of a stone they're calling Cicola Alin meteorite. Again, it neutralises the atmosphere, cleanses the atmosphere, and has protection when you're working with spirit. So, welcome to Sekhmet, Lils, Michelle, Suzanne, Blitz. Thank you for joining me. I do appreciate it. So, I have the keys of Hecate. A few little like dragons to decorate, and you always need a few dragons to keep an eye out on things for you. They look after you. And I have a few pendulums just sitting in here. Why do I use pendulums? If you watch my other videos, I'm not a fan of yes, no, using cards. A pendulum will give you answers of yes, no, maybe, and I'm not going to answer. That's the only 4 options. And whatever the swing is for no, you'll get a solid no if the answer is no, and you'll get a solid yes if the answer is yes. So there's no need to pull out 2 or 3 cards and shuffle, cut, and then try and understand what the cards are saying. Pendulums will give you an immediate yes, no. Or even if it's a no answer, or I'm not going to tell you. But the pendulums themselves will, here's one, if you're English, here's one I made myself. You'll understand that if you're old enough. I actually bought the stones, drilled them, added the chains, and you can make your own pendulums. Everyone's got a pendulum. If you got a necklace and you wear a necklace, you have a pendulum. It doesn't matter if it's metal, wood, or some kind of stone. That in itself is a pendulum. If you actually look, that's a silver Celtic cross, which was on a chain. But when you hang it on a chain, it's going to swing. That way, That's for me. That's no. That's yes. And because I'm into the general spiritual, it's not just Celtic. I have the Ankh, the Egyptian cross, which is made up of the Eternal Circle and the Tau cross, if you know its history. And I also have the pentagram, because I don't assign to any particular religion. It's just more spirituality. And that is a tour of my table. Welcome, Peter 2025, DS Star, Sonia Kelly, Gutowski. Nice to see Sekhmet. Thank you for staying here. I do appreciate it. I will be posting the card for Tuesday the 11th very shortly. Again, before I sign off, I just want to... I started off using the Austin Osman Spare Tarot when I was starting doing this. Unfortunately, there are too many naked bodies on my tarot cards, and that wasn't knowingly collected that way. That's just the way the decks that I liked were designed. And it seems TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and even the Chinese one don't like nude images, even if they're pictures and paintings of nude women. So my postings getting held up, and my reels get held up for half a day or sometimes a day, just because there's a picture of a naked woman on it, which was painted by, say, Botticelli. So this is why I'm going over to the Tattoo Tarot. There's no nakedness. And it's something I never envisioned when I started doing this. So, thank you, Sonia Kelly Gutowski. Thank you for all the likes. And thank you, Sekhmet, for all the likes. They are greatly appreciated. I'm going to sign off now. And in an hour or so, there will be the card a day coming up for Tuesday, the 11th of February. Don't know what it is yet. I haven't pulled it, so I hope you have all a wonderful rest of the day wherever you are. It's getting close to the end of Monday the 10th where I am. Have a blessed day, and remember the Ho'oponopono prayer is, I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. A way of cleansing your subconscious of all worries, returning to the void and going back to your natural state. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And I thank each and every one of you who are watching, and I'm grateful for those who are watching. This is a new channel. I'm just trying to grow it. This is not about making money. It's about spreading love, light, peace and happiness. And I thank you all.